What if you could type a sentence, upload a photo, or describe a mood, and instantly generate a fully produced song with vocals, instruments, style, and cover art, all in seconds? No studio, no DAW, no instruments, no music theory knowledge. That future just moved a step closer, because Google has officially launched Lyria 3, its most advanced AI music generation model yet, and it's now built directly inside the Gemini app. This isn't just another AI demo. This is Google entering the AI music battlefield, seriously. And today, we're breaking down what Lyria 3 actually is, how it works, why it matters, what makes it different, the copyright implications, the competition, and what this means for creators, musicians, and the future of music itself. Let's dive in. Lyria 3 is the newest generative music model developed by Google DeepMind. It allows users to generate short, high-quality music tracks from simple prompts. And here's what makes it powerful. You don't just generate background beats. You can generate full instrumental tracks, AI vocals, custom lyrics, genre-specific production, mood-based composition, even visual-inspired audio, all from within the Gemini app. That integration is key, because instead of launching a separate music tool, Google embedded Lyria directly into its AI ecosystem, meaning music generation is now just another creative capability inside Gemini, alongside text, images, reasoning, now music. Everything inside one unified AI interface. That signals something bigger. The process is shockingly simple. You open Gemini, you type something like, "Create a cinematic orchestral track with emotional female vocals about chasing dreams," or "Make an upbeat lo-fi hip-hop track for a late-night study vibe," or even "Turn this image into a dreamy ambient soundscape." Within seconds, Gemini generates a 30-second fully produced music clip, complete with instruments, structure, rhythm, harmony, vocals if requested, and sometimes even generated artwork. This is not MIDI mockups. This is mixed, produced, structured audio, and it's happening instantly. You might be wondering, why just 30 seconds? Because Google is positioning Lyria 3 primarily for social media content, shorts, reels, quick creative experiments, concept generation, rapid prototyping. Short-form content dominates modern media, and 30 seconds is perfect for YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok, intro music, background ambience. This isn't meant to replace full studio albums, at least not yet. It's meant to make music generation frictionless. Instead of launching a separate website, Google embedded Lyria 3 directly into Gemini. That's a strategic masterstroke. Why? Because Gemini is becoming Google's AI operating system. Text generation, image creation, code reasoning, data analysis, now music. Everything inside one unified AI interface. This turns Gemini into a multimodal creative hub, and that matters. Because the future of AI isn't separate tools, it's unified intelligence layers. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room: copyright, ownership, authenticity. Every track generated by Lyria 3 includes something called SynthID, an invisible watermark embedded into the audio. This watermark allows platforms and systems to detect that the music was AI-generated. That's huge, because the music industry is extremely sensitive to training data legality, style imitation, artist compensation, and AI disclosure. Google is clearly trying to get ahead of regulation by building provenance into the system. That shows they're thinking long-term. Google isn't alone here. AI music generation has exploded recently. Major players include Suno, Udio, open-source diffusion audio projects, and startup generative music platforms. These tools can generate longer tracks, sometimes with more advanced lyric coherence. So what's Google's edge? Integration, distribution, scale. Gemini already has millions of users. Adding music generation instantly gives Lyria massive exposure. That's platform leverage. Let's zoom out. For decades, making music required instruments, studio access, recording equipment, technical production skills.
Then digital plugins made it easier. Now, you just describe what you want. This democratizes creativity at a massive scale. Anyone with an idea can turn that idea into sound. That changes who gets to create and who gets heard. This is where the debate gets intense. Will AI replace musicians or empower them? Here's the likely reality. Lyria 3 is currently optimized for short concept-level content. Professional artists still bring emotional nuance, live performance, cultural identity, long-form songwriting, unique vocal texture. But AI is becoming a powerful co-creator. It can generate ideas, draft melodies, create backing tracks, inspire experimentation. The future is probably hybrid, human plus AI, not human versus AI. The most underrated part of this launch? Multimodal input. You can generate music from text, images, possibly video prompts. That means you can upload a sunset photo and say, turn this into a cinematic ambient soundtrack, and Gemini interprets visual emotion into audio. That's cross-modal intelligence, and that's advanced AI capability. We're watching AI move from novelty to infrastructure. Music generation isn't separate anymore. It's part of a broader AI layer that includes writing, editing, image creation, code, video, and audio. This convergence matters because the future of media creation may look like this. You type a concept, AI generates script, visuals, music, and voiceover, all in one environment. Lyria 3 is one piece of that puzzle. Let's stay realistic. Current constraints include a 30-second limit, not full production control, limited mixing customization, no advanced editing inside the app, and beta availability. This is version 1 of a bigger roadmap, and if history tells us anything, version 2 will be stronger. This launch isn't just about songs, it's about generative audio intelligence. The same technology powering music could expand into podcast generation, dynamic game soundtracks, adaptive sound design, AI-generated film scores, and interactive sound environments. Music is just the beginning. Audio is the next frontier of generative AI. As AI music improves, expect licensing debates, style ownership lawsuits, artist opt-in training systems, and government disclosure mandates. Google's SynthID watermarking suggests they anticipate this, and they're preparing. So, is this revolutionary? Yes, but quietly. Not because it replaces musicians, not because it destroys the industry overnight, but because it lowers creative friction to near zero. And when friction disappears, adoption explodes. Google just embedded music generation into an AI used by millions. That's not a side experiment. That's infrastructure deployment, and infrastructure shapes industries. So what do you think? Is AI music the future, or are we heading toward a creativity crisis? Would you use Lyria 3 for your content? Let me know below. If you want more AI deep dives, model breakdowns, and future tech analysis, subscribe, because this is just the beginning. AI isn't just writing anymore, it's composing, and the soundtrack of the future may not be written by humans alone.